Okay, welcome back to the bee yard, guys. So it's Saturday, it's nice and warm, and the bees in 3 out of the 4 hives seem to be pretty active. So we're going to crack them open once I get my smoker going, and we're going to add extra boxes. But first we're going to put some more sugar water into the hive that's been struggling. So this is the package that arrived half dead, and they really, don't seem to be doing terribly well. So we're going to give these guys some puffs of smoke. I've got my brush to get them out of the way, and I have my tool. I have some nice sugar water for these guys. So there is some activity here, but not much. Oh, spiders are getting chased out. These guys over here are doing very well. These guys, not so much. They are very lethargic, and there's a lot of dead bees. But I really don't want you in here, Mossy, but they are actually eating the patty. Which we don't need that frame yet. I'm going to continue to feed these guys at least a little bit longer. But they really seem very lethargic. So let's have a little look, see what's happening with these guys. So let's pop out a frame or two and have a look. Not a whole lot of activity. Let's put this one here for a second. So there is some very, very limited activity. They really seem very lethargic. And these guys have been here since early April. I've got some brood, but a lot of these bees actually seem to be doing very, very badly. I think most of these are actually dead. Yes. A lot of these guys are dead, but I think we'll give them a little bit longer before we call it. And Are these actually dead? No, I think they're alive. So we'll put that back here. And then we will put their lid back on. We'll leave these guys to do their own thing, I think. Yeah, these are sadly not doing very well. This is the downside of package bees when the post office doesn't do their job. These guys are they're not doing well at all. Alright. So these ones are an absolute and abject failure. However, we do have, let's put this up here, much more to be thankful for with these guys. And the smoker has gone out. Let's go and get some more. These cheap ass smokers. Let's give this a chance to really catch. Yeah, these ones are just not catching. These ones here are in full sun, so they are doing very well. And we have some extra comb building being done, which would tell us that they are about ready for a new box to be put on. Oop. Gotcha. Oh yeah, you guys are about ready for a new box. So we'll take this off. This is one of the nucleus colonies that I got from Hungry Bear, which is a local bee company. I just want to see how far these guys have come with drawing out comb. Okay, so we have got we are doing very well here in terms of comb building. So let's take out this frame here that they haven't really started on, and then we can move the frames forward and have a wee look at how they're progressing. Yes, they've pretty much drawn this frame out. And we've got a lot of this extra burr comb that we really don't need and we can actually harvest to be rendered down and turned into like candles and stuff. Oh, now this is heavy. Now we've got a lot of brood on this frame. I also see eggs. We've got pollen. And this one's even busier. Exactly what we want to see. There we go. And by giving ourselves some room, we can actually see what's going on. Okay, so we'll put this here for the moment. And today's bee suit is from Man Lake. Actually seems relatively comfortable. So we'll take off some of this burr comb, and when we're done we'll put it in a plastic bag along with the rest of it. Off you go, little guys. Not a whole lot of comb at this point, but when we come to the end of the year there'll be enough to render into candles and so forth. There we go. Did this go out again? Of course it did. That'll be too easy. No, it didn't go out. Now this curved pattern, Mossy, go away, is quite reminiscent to how they build comb in the wild. Mossy, I need you away from here. Come on, you're going to get yourself into mischief. You're going to get yourself into mischief. Go find something to do. Go on. I would really prefer that the cat wasn't here while I'm doing this. But I don't have much of an option because she won't do as she's told. She's a cat. So, let's see. Let's have a look at this one. As you can see, they're propolizing the frames, which means they're gluing the frames together. And this is like the center of the brood nest here. So we have a lot of captive brood. There is some drone brood on the bottom. What I'm really looking for here are queen cups, which would tell me when they're getting ready to swarm. So far, I'm not seeing any, which is good. But let's check this next frame. So now we're on to hive number 2, which is the second nucleus colony that I got from the local place. Now, these guys seem to be doing relatively well. Let me get my tool. Go. These guys have propolised the crap out of this nest as well, and they completely ate their patty. So again, we're going to take the burr comb off. As you can see, this is pretty much how they would do it in the wild. So I'm going to go get another hive tool from up here, and we're going to scrape this stuff off after we bump these guys back into the hive, and then we'll put another box on. Come on, guys. So we can put this here. And then we're going to take off some of the burr comb, which is on the top here. Oh, don't want that. So as you can see, this guy's trying to sting but isn't doing very well. So I would be in a world of hurt by this time if I didn't have the bee suit on, because these guys would have already stung the living daylights out of me. So as you can see, this was a full patty the other day there when I gave it to them. I'm not going to really open up the hive because these guys seem to be doing really well. What I am going to do though is I am going to put another box on for them. Which means I'm going to collect up this burr comb and I'm going to put it with my ongoing collection of beeswax, because beeswax is worth its weight in gold at the moment. Oops. On a more practical level, it helps to get this out of the way so I can get the boxes to align properly. think we're going to be using that smoker a lot more often than the other one. There we go. Now I can feel bees walking across the back of my head through the soot, but they're not really able to sting me. Which is the main thing. So we've got quite a bit of burrcomb here. There's really no need to do a full inspection with these guys. So we're going to go up here and get another hive box. And this will give these guys the extra room that they need. So let's get our spacer. And then we're going to put this box on top. Here we go, and this gives these guys extra space. Okay, so these guys are pretty much done and dusted. You're sorted. Now we're going to move on to this hive, and I do have an extra box just in case these guys need it. Now this is the other package that I got about a week or so ago. So we're going to take this one off. And we're going to see how these guys are actually doing. So they haven't really propolized everything yet, but they are very, very active. So we'll put this down here, and then we'll smoke these guys down. Now, as you can see, they've been here for about a week, maybe a little bit more, and they are starting to consume the patty and the sugar water that was given to them. So let's take out this end frame here. This makes it easier for us to inspect and see what's really going on. So they are beginning to draw out some of the frame. That frame's needing to be popped out. And then we can actually just move the frames closer as we have a look and see what's happening. So they're drawing out comb on this one. A lot of baby bees. This was half a patty just the other day there, and they have pretty much scoffed the lot. So let's have a look. So in this frame here, we're festooning, so we're getting ready to draw out comb. And we have comb on this frame. So these guys aren't quite ready for an extra box yet, but it's not going to take them very long. Yeah, they're very active. I don't really need to see much beyond that, so we're going to take these frames back to their position, and then we're going to put this back in, all the time doing so slowly so that they don't get crushed, which of course obviously we don't want. And then we're going to put this back on the brood nest, which gives these guys something to munch. Let's have a look around this side. Yeah, you guys do not like the smoke, but that's the whole idea. So they're beginning to propolis here, which actually isn't a bad thing. Let's take this frame out. Okay, and this will allow us to have a look at this frame here. Now, I think this could stand to have another... Yeah, these guys are very, very busy. I don't want to disrupt the hive too much. So we're going to put this back in. And then we're going to button these guys up. So these guys have done very well in the space of about a week and a half. There we go. And we'll put you, whoops, here, so we don't need to check these guys for at least another week. There we are. These guys are sorted, and I've put fresh boxes on the two bigger hives. I'm not happy about the space though, because that's an issue. Alright, so overall, not a bad inspection at all. So now we're going to put this in my trusty little bag. And this can be rendered down, turned into candles. Oh, we have a bee sitting on the camera. So that's not a bad bit of wax. Okay. And we are about done. I'll come back and get that other smoker in a minute, but these guys absolutely doing well. Oh, excuse me. now later I think we'll plant some seeds. Thanks for watching, guys.